Okay, so here it is again. We're working on the Farmall M. I got Tim and Cody working pretty heavy here. They're cleaning the head off and up. I mean, we put it through that steam clean, and it really isn't a steam clean. It's a hot water pressure washer. It produces its own hot water, which is really nice because it will take the grease off a heck of a lot better than just a straight pressure washer. It doesn't have the heat, come on, Wes, think about this here. It doesn't have the pressure that a regular pressure washer has, but it does clean fairly well. So what I got Cody and Tim doing is just prepping the engine for the new gaskets. Timothy is putting on the studs for the new manifold that I'm about ready to put on there. And yes, I'm the guy that put the manifold on. There is some products that you use to seal these gaskets up. There's two different products you use. So, like on the where Timothy's working there, that is actually the water jacket window where you can get into the block there. It has something to do with casting, I guess, and that's why they put it in there. They're dry sleeves in this engine. They're not wet sleeves, but anyhow, that isn't leaking, but we had the gasket and I wanted the gaskets put in. But anyways, the sealer that you use on the gaskets for the lifters and push rods, and of course this window into the water jacket, is a red tacky gasket sealer. So what you do is you get it really clean, like no rust, no debris, no nothing, and you spray that tacky material onto both surfaces, whether it's the block and the plate or the cover, and then there's this cork that goes on. Now that red stuff is pretty tacky, so what I always did, and what I've showed the boys to do, was to put the gasket on the plate that you're going to put back onto the block, and then go ahead and set it on there, seal it up, and you should be good. It'll align itself, and when they mate both surfaces, all the cracks and crevices that could possibly be in the metal in either the water jacket side or the lifter side is then sealed up. Now when it comes to the exhaust manifolds, which you can now see that there is an exhaust manifold on there. Apparently I missed putting it on with the camera, but it is on there. There is another type of a sealer, and it is a copper spray gasket. Now that copper spray gasket, and I like the copper because it really does work well. I've used it on diesel engines, I've used it on gasoline engines, I've used it on anything, exhaust manifolds, even on the head gaskets. You do both sides with that, and when you press that together, that fills in all the cracks and crevices and makes just a really nice surface to lay the gasket on, and it works really well. So if you're doing one of these engines and you're just throwing gaskets onto it, you're more than likely going to have a premature leak, especially on something as old as this tractor, because maybe the machining process wasn't as good as it would be to today's standards. Maybe it is, maybe it's not, I don't know. They're not high horsepower engines. This is a 1950 with a Super M kit in it. And it's a snappy son of a gun. I mean, this tractor is snottier than the regular M that we have. I actually have, 3 M's? This is the original one that was on the farm, and the other 3 that we bought. So this is number 4. Super M, 1940 M, and I think the other one's a 47 M. 46 or 47 M. The one that Timothy took out to Nebraska to the tractor parade when we did that. So I don't know, Timothy is cleaning and working on something. Obviously I'm overseeing doing something on the other side. I can't even remember what I was doing because this job was actually done a few days ago. But yeah, like I showed on my Instagram account, this tractor is actually running. We started it up 3 days ago. Yeah, 3 days ago now. And it started right up and purred like a kitten. I'm on the phone now, but you know, quite the discussions going on here now. Whether they're talking about the tractor or other bullshit, I have no idea because, you know, I wasn't privy to that. Oh, I know what I was doing. I was cleaning the dirt off of the serial numbers and the IH symbol. And this was pretty much when I realized that this tractor had actually had that engine out of there. It was cooked, cleaned, and rebuilt probably 40 years ago. Before I was, I bet it was 40 some years ago. But anyways, back to the video. My grandfather's M. And as you can see through the video and the footage, that it is mostly being done by Timothy and Cody under the guise of me and my father. You know, I tell them what to do and what not to do, and they're doing a pretty good job, and the tractor is coming along quite nicely, as you can see. I have a brand new manifold, brandy spanking new manifold, new pipe, new all that. I rebuilt that carburetor a few years back, and I don't know, we're going to give it a shot, see if it's okay. I only ever ran it for maybe an hour on that rebuilt carburetor, so that's that. I do have some issues that I have to attend to, like right here. That's broken free, so I'm going to... They had it soldered, but I'm thinking I'm going to braze it fast. I don't know. I don't know if I can... I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to do. I might just go ahead and solder it again, but that means I got to clean the ever-loving crap out of it. It has a new hose on the top. That hose on the bottom there is okay. We replaced, or Timothy replaced, the gasket on this side for the water jacket, and Cody replaced the gasket on this side for the push rods, and the valve cover gasket has been replaced, and so has the oil pan. It's a different oil pan than came with the tractor. The other one had holes in it, and I had gotten one from Jeremy Lee from that other M that they dismantled here, and so we put that oil pan on with a fresh gasket. My father had bought those petcocks, so they're good to go. We just got done putting that oil pan up, and tomorrow I'm going to fill it with fresh oil. I have the wiring harness for this tractor. It's brand new. It's somewhere around here. It's in the other building. I have a new box. Actually, this box here for the regulator. This has a regulator someplace, and I believe that's the regulator that I needed. But anyways, this will be 6-volt system. We're not going back to 12 volt. It was converted half-assed to 12 volt, so but we're not. We're going to go back to 6 volt, and I'm sure somebody is crying and whining about that, but that's okay because this is my grandfather's tractor and it is an original. Now here's something that's really odd, and I've never seen another one on an M, and that is this honking big belt pulley. That is a big one. It's cast iron. I think my dad knocked that out with a hammer. That piece there, bang, ball peen hammered it. I don't know why he did that, but he claims you can start the tractor with that flywheel, and I'm sure, or that belt pulley, and I'm sure you can. I just cleaned up the spark plugs, put those in. Timothy checked the generator. It does work, so we're going to put that back on there, and then we're going to rewire the thing and start putting all the shell back on and fill it with clean antifreeze. And we're going to fire this bitch up. Hopefully we're going to fire it up tomorrow or the next day. It'll run good. Now, my dad said that this engine was overhauled or rebuilt back in the day. I don't know what day, but it was done by a John Deere dealer of all places. They did all services on all different types of tractors. And you can see that this engine block has been cooked and cleaned, because the original paint is here. They just unbolted it and from this plate, and there you go. I'm pretty sure that was cooked and cleaned. The head still has paint on it, but the block is completely bare. Somebody was asking me about the plate here. I think I'm going to take this off. I think I can buy one. I have the number here. I actually have the original bill of sale for this tractor, so it should be pretty easy to have one of those plates made so that I can have a new one put on. I don't know if I'm going to put a new one on or just leave it the way it is. It's fine. I mean, I'm okay with it. But I just want to see this tractor run again. It was, like I said, it's been my grandfather's tractor, and my grandmother really wants to see it run, and she's looks forward to the progress that we make every day. So even when we were pressure washing it, she donated a bottle of Palmolive dishwashing liquid, hand dishwashing liquid, to degrease this thing, because that shit does work. Normally if I went in and said, hey, can I have that bottle of Palmolive? I'm going to degrease one of these tractors. She'd be like, no. But because it was this tractor, she was okay with it. So anyway, yeah, that's a Tractor Supply muffler. Obviously, they're a dime a dozen over there. I spent $60-some, but I got a nice flipper and everything for it. Dad's got a new steering wheel for it, so we're going to put that on and hopefully wire it up tomorrow. And I got a battery. I think I got a battery. If I don't have a battery, I have to buy a battery. But maybe make some new battery cables, because these are pretty crappy. This one's okay, but this here looks like a heap of shit. So I guess I'm going to have to build a new one and see where I go from there. But that's enough of me rambling on about this thing. So thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And look forward to this thing firing up and driving out of here. So thanks again.